Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming another collection video. The last one I filmed was the eyeshadow collection and that's up on my channel right now. I had so many problems trying to upload that video because it would not export onto my computer after I edited it because my computer was full and I was driving my boyfriend crazy because I was like, I don't know how to do this, I already edited it, I don't want to waste more time and edit it again. I was going crazy and finally I had to export it back onto the camera SD card to be able to upload it to YouTube from the camera SD card. So the quality is not as good as my other videos, but I'm sorry. There's nothing else I could do except edit it again, and I did not want to do that. So today I'm going to be filming my blush, bronzer, and highlight collection. I'm just going to do it all in one. Show you the palettes and the singles that I have for all of those categories. The only ones that I'm not going to be showing you are the ones that you would have seen in the eyeshadow video because I have 3 or 4 palettes with face products in them. I usually don't buy palettes with face products in them, but I do have a couple. I have 3 from Profusion and then I have 1 from Tarte. So you would have seen those in my eyeshadow collection video. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so this one I'm going to do a little bit differently. Instead of sitting in front of the camera and showing you everything that way, I'm going to be doing it by drawer since I only have 3 drawers of with products that have face products in them. So starting in this drawer, this half of the drawer is eyeshadows and then this half of the drawer is face products. So this is where I keep the palettes that don't fit in my higher drawers. Because they're either too tall to fit this way or I just don't have space. So I have 2, or the 2, I don't think that they made any other ones of these, the 2 Afterglow palettes, the original and the One Night Stand. So this is the original, and this is the One Night Stand. So these are super nice. I like those. I have the Bad Habit Rosé highlighting palette. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Nicole Guerrero palette. So it looks like that. These are super glittery, super good dupe. I don't think Bad Habit makes palettes anymore. I'm pretty sure they don't. But this one was super nice. This is the ooh, that's like very holographic. This is the Mermaid Glow palette from Face Candy. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Moonchild, I believe. So they're like the blue greens with the one pink. So that's what that looks like. And then the only Anastasia Glow Kit that I have is the Sun Dipped Glow Kit, which looks like this. Then moving down the line, I have this Sephora palette. This was one of their Black Friday palettes one year. I don't think it has a name, but it looks like this. It has 2 highlighters. Oh, you can see my camera. 2 highlighters, a blush, and a bronzer. So that's what that one looks like. Then I have some Z palettes. This one has 3 powders from an Ulta holiday kit when I depotted them. It had 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, and 2 highlighters. I used up the 2 bronzers. The other blush broke, so I only have 1 blush left, and then I have the 2 highlighters. And then this is a sample of a Makeup Forever blush. So that's, just popped it out of the packaging and threw it in here. And then I have a little bit of a bigger palette. This one has 2 blushes and 2 highlighters. This big one is a Sydney Grace blush in Ballet Slippers. This one is an Ofra blush that I got in a Ipsy bag in Chameleon. This one is, I believe, yeah, Ciate in Moon Dust. It's in a plastic pan, like it's not magnetic, so that's why I have it here in the corner and then have everything pushed up against it so that it doesn't move. And then this one is a Love Luxe Beauty highlighter in What Mermaids Are Made Of. My best friend bought me that, so just keep it in here. And then I have the Tarte Pinup Girl palette. This one was the holiday palette a very, very long time ago. So that's what this one looks like. And then when they came out with the other holiday palette that came in like a clutch like this, I love Tarte's holiday palettes. I usually buy all of them, the blush palettes, but I knew that I hated this packaging, so I didn't buy the new one. So that's that row. And then all the way in the back over here, I have 2 more. I have the 2 round blush palettes from Tarte. This one is the original. This one's the Color Wheel, the one that they came out with first. And then this one is the Blush Bazaar palette that looks like this. I love Tarte blushes. I love when they do palettes like this. So I'm probably going to buy them every single time. So that's all of the face products that I have in this drawer. Moving up to my blush drawer. So it's in the second drawer of my Alex 5 drawer. In the front here is where I keep all my blushes, and then I keep all my single shadows back here. So let's start with this one. This one is in my project pan. It usually lives in my everyday makeup drawer, so I just set it here on top because it doesn't really have a space. That's why I'm trying to use it up. So this is just the Seraphine Botanicals blush in Lychee and Gold, the rose gold one. So I'm just going to put that one up here because it lives in my everyday makeup drawer. So this is where I keep all of my single blushes and then some palettes. So I try to group them by brand, sort of. So these ones are pretty much all my mini blushes, and these ones are pretty much all of my full-size blushes with a few minis in here just because they didn't fit in this container. So starting here, I have Tarte Royal, which looks like that. Don't remember which holiday collection this came in, but that was from a holiday collection. Next we have Tarte Party. Everyone pretty much has Party. This is the birthday gift 1 year from Sephora. We have Tarte Ornate. Again, don't know exactly where all these mini ones came from, whether it was sets or Ipsy bags. This one's in Quirky. Pretty much this one. I think this one came in an Ipsy bag. This one is First Class. This one's in Pop. It's a bright pink color. This one's in Genius. I have pan on this one because it was in a project pan, I don't even know how many years ago. That one was Pop. This one is Feisty. And then this one came in an Ipsy bag. It's like a weird packaging. This one's in Kisses. This one has some glitter in it. Then I have my Too Faced minis. This one's in Your Love is King. I also have Pan on that one. This one is Justify My Love. I think most of these came in a set all together. This one is Dream Lover. This one is Love Hangover. And then this last one is Crazy in Love. Then this one I think is a full size, but it just fits nicely in here. This one is Kat Von D Lolita. Just looks like that. Then I have a Ciate blush in Matchmaker. Just a mini. I think I got this one in an Ipsy bag. This one is also a full size. This one's a Clinique Cheek Pop in Heather Pop. This one sitting on top that doesn't fit anywhere is Nomad Positano Sunrise. Totally just butchered that. But this one's supposed to be a highlighter, but it's pink. So I keep it with my blushes just because it's really bright pink. This one is a Dome blush in English Rose. Looks like that. Got that one in an Ipsy bag. This one is also a full size, but it just fits nicely in here. This is the Sigma Nightlife blush in Hotspot. I love this one. It's just orange. I love orange blushes on me. And then down the side here, I have some that don't fit anywhere else. So I have the Auto Balm Girl Powder in Bourbon Street. I got that one in an Ipsy bag. I have the Balm Springs blush, which I have a dip in because it was in a project pan, but I didn't get very far. And then I have NARS Goulet, I don't know how to say it. This was a VIB Rouge gift 1 year. So that is this whole container. Moving on to this container, I have my full-size Too Faced Heart blushes. This one's in How Deep Is Your Love. Then I obviously have Baby Love. This one's everyone's favorite. And then I think that this one is my favorite. This one is I Will Always Love You. So those are the Too Faced Heart blushes. Then I have 3 Tarte blushes, full size. This one is Risque. Just looks like that. I got Risque and I got Exposed when Ulta was having one of their 21 Days of Beauty. I got these two because they're 21 Days of Beauty, everything's 50% off. And then I bought this one. This one is in Fairy Flush. This came out with their Fairy collection. I don't think you can get this one anymore, but I love the packaging. Then I have a Sephora blush. This one is in Sweet on You. I have one MAC blush. This one is in Melba. I love this one too. I have a Bare Minerals blush. This one is in Bellini Brunch. I told you I like the oranges. This one's a peachy orange. I have Flower Beauty. This is the Flower Pots powder blush in Sweet Pea. I have another Ciate blush. This one's in Halo. That's what that one looks like. I have a City Color B matte blush. This one's in Papaya. It's a nice nude. Here's some deluxe size samples, or like Ipsy bag ones that didn't fit in the smaller one. This one's the Phase Zero blush in Making Moves. These ones are always so hard to open. That's what that one looks like. I have a Sugar blush in Peach Peak. I'm going to take the plastic out. Okay, Peach Peak. I have 3 ColourPop blushes. 2 of them are from the Kathleen Lights collection, and one of them is just from the regular collection. This one's from the Kathleen Lights collection. I just wrote the name on the back because I didn't, like, they come with the packages and the name is on the back of the pan. So once you put them in here, you don't know the name, so I just wrote the name on the back of the package. This one's in So Retrograde. It's her orange shimmery one. This one is the other Kathleen Lights one. This one is Lunar Has It. It's the more nude one. I think she came out with 4 blushes, but I didn't like 2 of them, so I only bought the 2 that I knew I would wear, and then I bought one of her favorites because they were doing it was one of the Kathleen Lights favorite sale where like all of her favorites were 15 or 20% off or something. So this one is Tulip to Quit. And that's what that one looks like. I love these ColourPop blushes. They are awesome. We're gonna jump back up to the front and finish off with the blush singles before we get into the palettes. So this is the Bang Beauty blush in Smoked Peach. That's what that looks like. Then I have the Shania B blush in Bellini. Can you tell Ipsy like knows what kind of blush color I like? This one's beautiful. I love the flamingos. I have the Be Cheeky powdered blush in All Dolled Up. I think this was from their Betty Boop collection that Ipsy did. So it just has a heart on the front. And then my last single is this butter blush in Plum Rose. I hate this packaging. I hate how bulky it is, but I'm just keeping this blush for now. Then I have some of my palettes here. These palettes that are right here have just blushes in them, and then this one, we'll just get this one over with. This is a Makeup Forever, the mini palette. It has a blush and a highlighter in it. So that's what that one looks like. And then these all just have blushes in it. So this is the Anastasia blush trio in Peachy Love. Then I have this Pacifica Duo, the Coconut Blush Duo in Beaming and Tender Heart. Then I have the Becca Blushed with Light blush palette. This was their holiday palette one year. I don't even know if they make these kind of blushes anymore. I thought I heard they were discontinued. Then, surprise, surprise, another Tarte holiday palette. This is the Blush Bliss palette. I have a Bare Minerals Desert Bloom blush trio. Let's not blind everybody. And then my last palette that's just blushes is this Lorac. I think this is like the California palette. Well, I guess this one has one highlighter. Or, I don't know. I don't know exactly how I put these in my spreadsheet. I always forget. I think I may have put that shade in as a highlighter. But it just fits so nicely right in here. So then moving over here, I have this year's Tarte Holiday Face set. It came with 3 of these little stacks. So it was called the 9 Ways to Shine. And this is how they open. So this is the first one. It has a highlighter and 2 blushes. And they just live over here. This is the second one. It has a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer. And then the last one has 2 blushes and a darker highlighter, which I'll probably use as a blush topper, or I don't know. Haven't really figured it out yet, but this is where they live. Then over here, I have, before we get into these, I have 2 more palettes. This one, they're both from Sephora. This is the Sephora Radiate palette. It has 2 highlighters and a blush. I love this one. And then this was one of their holiday palettes. That's why it's so glittery. It has a bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter. So that's why they're over here, because they don't just have blushes, and that's also where they fit. I have one like liquid blush, lip and cheek blush serum. This is from BrittanyBensonBeauty. I don't know, I got it in an Ipsy bag. It's in the shade Sunset. I don't really use it that often, but I keep it just because it's the only blush that I have like that. And then I bought the Moonlights and Magnolias cream set from ColourPop. This is when they came out with their blush sticks. So it comes with 2 blush sticks and a highlight stick. So I have the shades Hooked, which looks like that, and 25-8, which is like a play on 24/7. So 25-8 looks like that. And then the highlighter that I have is in Star Bright, which this one is intense. I just have another highlighter swatch there from a video that I just filmed before this, but that's what that looks like. So these just live in their packaging and live right here. Everything fits perfectly. So these are all of my blushes. So from this point on, there's no more blushes. Alright, so this is the top drawer of my Alex 9 drawers. This is where I keep all of my highlighters and bronzers and highlight palettes. So I think we'll start with the palettes and then move on to the singles. So this just sits there because that's where it fits. This is the Kat Von D Alchemist palette. I'm sure everybody has seen this. It just lives here on the ground because of the funky shape, because it can't stand up, it's too tall. Then this looks like a palette, but this is one single highlighter. It's just giant. This is the Goddess Glow highlighter from Tarte. This was a holiday highlighter one year. So it's just a giant highlighter. Then I have the Pure Sparkle and Shine Bright palette. This just has 3 highlighters in here. I have the Tarte's Pro Glow To Go. This is 2 highlighters and a bronzer. So that's what that looks like. I'm sure everybody has seen this one before. I have the NARS Blanc de Sable palette, which is a highlight palette. Looks like that. 3 highlighters. I have the Smashbox Spotlight palette in Pearl. This is one of the ones that Casey Holmes came out with, but this is the lighter version. She came out with Pearl and Gold, I believe, and I bought the lighter version because obviously I'm paler. This is the Urban Decay Kristen Leanne Trio. Looks like that. Then I have some Tarte palettes. This is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty palette, the one that says, you can see me, don't be afraid to dazzle on it. And that's what the inside looks like. It's just a contour and a highlighter. So that's what that looks like. Then I have the Too Faced Skin Twinkle Volume 1 and Volume 2. They kind of like go into each other. This is Volume 1, this is Volume 2. I love these palettes. This is Volume 1. It had a, it was called Filtered Light. It was like an under eye setting powder here in the middle, and then 2 highlighters. So that's what Volume 1 looks like. And then Volume 2 has 4 highlighters in it. It is disgustingly dirty, and I don't know if you can tell, but I almost have pan on this shade, and I wasn't even trying to pan it, I just use it that often. So I love this palette. So they live back here. And then the last highlight palette I have is the Makeup Geek Kathleen Lights highlighter palette that she did a million years ago with Makeup Geek. So that's what that looks like. Then I keep all of my highlighters over here, basically pretty much the square ones in here if they fit, and then the round ones here so they don't roll around. So we'll start with this container. On the side here I have the Wet n Wild Highlighting Gold Bar. Pretty sure everybody has seen this. It looks like that. That was the original one. This is the Juvia's Place, the Tribe Highlighter Volume 3. I think that this is the lightest one that they have, but I'm not sure. But that's Volume 3. Then I have the Steve Laurent Jelly Highlighter in Cotton Candy, which looks like that. This reminds me of ColourPop Super Shock products. It's called the Jelly Highlighter. So if you don't know what if you know what the Super Shock products feel like, that's basically what it is. This is the Wet n Wild highlighter in Precious Petals. This one was also pretty talked about here on YouTube. And then I have another YouTube cult highlighter, Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. So beautiful. I love that highlighter. Then I have the 2 Pixie duos. This one is Delicate Dew, and this one is Subtle Sunrise. I love both of them equally. They are so beautiful. I use them all of the time. Then I have 4 Makeup Geek highlighters. This one is Rekindle, which looks like this. And then the other 3 that I have are their duochrome type highlighters. This one is Celestial. And I have Moon Phase, which is the bluish one. And then I have Psychedelic, which is like the yellow pinky one. And then I have all 6 of the ColourPop Villains Super Shock highlighters. So this is the Evil Queen Fairest of All highlighter. Then I have the Maleficent Mistress of All Evil highlighter. I have Cruella, You Idiots, You Fools, You Imbeciles. These are all gorgeous. This one I believe is Dr. Facilier, Meet Me on the Other Side. This one is Hades, Everybody's Got a Weakness. This one's gorgeous. And then finally, the reason why I placed this order, and I got the whole box set for this one. Are you surprised? This one's Ursula, Poor Unfortunate Souls. Oh, why did that happen? Poor Unfortunate Souls, the purple one. So Ursula's my favorite villain, and this year my friends for Halloween held a Halloween party and everybody had to dress up as Disney villains, and obviously I was Ursula, and I made my boyfriend and my best friend be Flotsam and Jetsam, and it was great. If I remember, I'll post, I'll insert a picture here so that you can see, because it was absolutely amazing. Then moving on to this container, I have, this is my highlighter that's in my project pan right now. This is the Mary Luminizer. Everybody has seen this. So I'm just going to put that up there because it lives in the other drawer. I have one loose highlighter. This is a mini from Artist Couture. This is the shade Conceited. That just lives right next to that. I'm going to go down this side and then go down this side. So I have a mini Fenty highlighter. This is in Hustla Baby. I have an Estate highlighter. This one is in Do Me. I got this one in an Ipsy bag. A lot of these I got in an Ipsy bag. I got this one in an Ipsy bag. This is Space Case Seen from Space. That's a tongue twister. I don't know how I feel about the packages, like the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, the ColourPop Super Shock cheek products that came in packages like this. Like anything with like a twist top. That's why I'm trying to use up that other blush, because it came in a package like that. I don't know. This is the Seraphine Botanicals Daisy and Pearl highlighter. This one's beautiful. Then I have 4 Tarte full-size highlighters. 3 of them I got when Ulta was doing their 21 Days of Beauty, and then 1 of them I got on sale at Sephora. So this one is Sparkler. This one's the darkest one. Then I have Exposed Highlight. I love this one, if you can tell. I think that Tarte highlighters might be one of my favorites. I'm going to skip this one and come back to it because that one was the one I got at Sephora. This one is Stunner. This seems to be everybody's favorite. I also like this one a lot. And then this is the one that I got on sale at Sephora. It was a special collection. This is Spellbound Glow. It's the one that looked like this. I like this one a lot too. Then I have Ofra Madison Miller in Sea Shimmer. This one came in an Ipsy bag. Then I have the Maybelline Master Chrome Molten Gold highlighter. This one was the original one before they came out with like rose gold and those other ones. Then I have Too Faced Blinded by the Light. I love this one as well. The TF that was on it is completely gone. And then I have Becca Prismatic Amethyst. You can never have too many duochrome highlighters. This is Jeffree Star Supreme Frost in Wet Dream. I love this highlighter. It is so glittery. It is so perfect. I love this highlighter. And then the last one in this row is MAC Soft and Gentle. Obviously, I have to have MAC Soft and Gentle. Who doesn't have MAC Soft and Gentle? Then, I have the Midnight Moon, the Wet n Wild limited edition mermaid tail one. My boyfriend bought that for me, so just keep that there. Then I have a mini Laura Geller Gilded Honey. I have 3 mini Becca blushes. This one is in Opal. These are really hard to read, holy cow. This one's in Opal. I'm sure everybody has seen what Opal looks like. I've used up an Opal before. I have Vanilla Quartz, which looks a little messy because I believe this one came to me broken and I just kind of like squashed it back in there. And then this one I believe is Champagne Pop. Yep, Champagne Pop. I'm sure everybody knows what Champagne Pop looks like. The Becca highlighters are so fragile, so I never really take them anywhere if I go traveling, so they just are like at home use. This is an IBY Beauty highlighter in Radiant Glow, or it's the Radiant Glow highlighter in 24K Magic. That one's really pretty as well. I have Laura Mercier Highlight 01, another YouTube favorite. This one's just a mini, this is not the full size. I have Morphe Spark. I bought this mini at Ulta for like $6 or $8. And then finally, my last full-size highlighter is Fenty Beauty How Many Carats. This is the Diamond Bomb. It has a weird film on it because that's just what happens when you use it. But this one is stunning and so glittery. I love this one. Then back here is where I keep all of my cream highlighters, or besides the one, the ColourPop one in the other drawer. This is where I keep all my cream highlighters. I have a Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Radiance drops, so I just keep those in here. I have Marc Jacobs Do You Dew drops, just a mini. I have a mini Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops in Moonlight. I have a Kat Von D Metal Crush like pen highlighter in Helix. It's like one where you like twist up the product, or twist up the bottom and the product comes at the top. I have a Pacifica Rainbow Crystals in Unicorn. It's just a one with a doe foot. And then I have So Susan Dream Maker in Popstar. Just a little like squeezy tube. If you're wondering, I had Milk Makeup in Supernova. I've never used it, so I have put it up on my Poshmark. So if you're interested in it, please check out my Poshmark. I have some limited edition face product stuff on there. Let me show you right now. So on my Poshmark, I have Milk Makeup in Supernova. I have MAC, the Star Trek Highly Illogical Trip, the light powder. I've only swatched it. I've never used it, so I thought that somebody else would get some better use out of that. So that's on my Poshmark. I have the Urban Decay Jean Michael Basquiat, totally butchered that, face palette up on my Poshmark. Again, only swatched, never used. And then I have the two NARS Unfiltered palettes, Unfiltered 1 and Unfiltered 2. Again, only swatched, never used. So there's that one, and the darker one. So if any of you are interested in any of those things, I'll link my Poshmark down below so that you can buy them if you want to. Just so that they would go to a better home than just sitting here not getting used. So I'll link my Poshmark down below. Moving on to my final drawer, this is bronzers. This is kind of boring. I do have one palette that's sitting in here. This is the mini Kevin Aquan, the Contour Duo. It has a contour palette and a highlighter. This is, obviously the highlighter has pan in it. It was in a project pan. But that just lives in here because it just fits in there. I have one Tarte Brazilians Plus. I'm not even, oh, it's a self tanner. I've never used it. I don't think I'm ever gonna use it. It just lives in there. I don't know what else to do with it. This is my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. This is in a project pan right now, so I'm gonna put that back up there to put back in my everyday makeup drawer. So I have a mini Benefit Hoola bronzer. Obviously everybody knows what Hoola looks like. It's just a mini size. I have two Morphe bronzers. They're both the same shade. They're in the shade Debutante. I bought one from Ulta and then I got one in an Ipsy bag. So I have two of the same. Didn't really plan on getting two of the same, but I do. I have two of the same. I have one Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in Shady Biz. If I can get it open. I love this bronzer too. But I'm trying to use up the Too Faced one right now. I have a Nomad bronzer. This I got in an Ipsy bag. This is called Manly Beach. Don't know why it's called Manly Beach, but that's that. I have a Space Case bronzer. Same packaging as their highlighter. This one is Vacation on Mars. Just looks like that. It has some shimmers in it. Haven't tried that one out yet because I got it in an Ipsy bag recently, and I'm trying to use the Too Faced one up. I have the Beauty Crop bronzer in Tanneries. Just looks like that. I love this packaging. It's so pretty. I have two Sephora bronzers. This one is in Los Cabos. And then I have Tranquil, which is their contour shade. It's like a gray contour shade. So even though I never really use a shade like this, I'm going to keep it just in case, because you never know when you're going to need it, and it's the only one that I have that looks like that. And then finally I have one full-size bronzer. This is Ofra Versatile Matte Bronzer, and it looks like that. So that is my blush, bronzer, and highlight collection. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe down below and hit the little notification bell to get notifications of when I upload videos next. And please leave comments down below of future videos that you'd like to see. Thanks for watching. Bye!